their season started. Carolina beat Central Arkansas by 40. His offensive game here this season. Trey White with a nice interior feed. Badunga up with the left and good. Well, Chapel Hill kid, a transfer from Alabama with the tie the last couple of years. And the long three won't go for Kyan Evans.
Got gets 6'10".
As if the fans here in Chapel Hill needed any more reason to get excited. A line drive three.
Their defense and their rebounding, because this team's going to be able to score.
Wilson has it taken away. Peterson off to the races and lays it in.
Well, you can.
Three won't go down for Evans, but the offensive rebound for Stevenson. Hubert Davis loves that. Vesar has it stripped. Trimble staying near Peterson forces him to give it up. They got to get a shot off. And I don't know if they do. They didn't.
These two programs play in cathedrals of the game.
They have met 13 previous times. Kansas 7-6, and they've won.
Kansas can bring it up. They don't have to get it just to Peterson.
A much more athletic team than a year ago, would you say?
Way more athletic.
And Trey White.
10 points, 5 rebounds for his career. And he's going to help stretch the floor.
Speaking of stretching the floor, Henry Vesar.
Played at Arizona. But in Carolina's first game against Central Arkansas, that was the first double-double of his career.
Trimble trying to shake his defender, got a switch, drives, and lays it in to tie the game.
Got in a stance, a great individual defender.
Experienced guy, physical. Vesar the tip, Badunga gathers. Hunter Dickinson last year, but it's his job now. And a foul will prevent the
crossover there is between Kansas and North Carolina. And think about this, Dan. You know Allen Fieldhouse's name. And Fog Allen played for Dr. James Naismith, who invented the game.
That's as straight a line as you can draw.
Two excellent players in both Vesar and Wilson to be able to run that.
Peterson elevates, hits, and is fouled. Opener against Green Bay. He's played a ton of minutes and put up big numbers in the first halves of games, but they're trying to get to the bottom of it because
worked out for him.
And I assume it'll work out for Peterson as well. More good balls
to get him to his matchup.
Luka Bogovac, who just became eligible prior to the season opener for the Tar Heels, a junior from football fan who loves a year where the freshman class is special.
The freshman class is jaw-dropping. And look at the numbers they've been putting. That wasn't even Ron Brewer and Sidney Moncrief playing for Eddie Sutton back in the 70s.
This is Elmarco Jackson, who was a medical. Bogovac misses the three. What does Carolina have here in Luka Bogovac?
They've got a guy who I think is a complete player on the offense.
First sub into the game, less than 4 minutes into the game the other night.
Well, I think if he were eligible, he'd probably be starting.
Council looking inside. Now Tiller, a big guy who likes to step out. Stevenson for three. And it bounces to Trimble. Wide left on him.
And their offensive rebounding in this game has been excellent. They just haven't converted their offensive rebound chances.
Badunga right into the chest of Wilson and everything.
When he sets a ball screen, he gets out of it really quickly with his mobility.
Wilson knocks it down, and a foul on Jackson as well.
When you
into Badunga again, and he is held underneath for the tip, no good, and it's down to Kansas. Boy, that was almost a spectacular bucket by Jonathan Powell, a sophomore who played at West Virginia
back in the late 80s, early 90s.
And that's saying a lot because that was a golden era for mustaches. High is foul.
Always value depth so they can keep the pressure on for a full 40 minutes.
Rosario. Long. This is Council, the St. Bonaventure transfer, averaged almost 15 a game a year ago. But now a turnover by White. Powell rejected by White. Wanted to walk. White, he turns it over to Wilson.
Well, you got to throw that thing up.
Wilson takes a bump, takes Indiana and Marquette squaring off at the United Center in Chicago at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and later Baylor and Washington 8:30 Eastern. And out of the scrum comes Trimble. Trimble is bumped. The foul before the shot attempt.
And kind of flow with him out of the game. And Carolina has been a little three-point happy. They're 1 of 9 from 3 in this first half. They've had.
He have a chance to be as important to his team's chances as really any player. Transferred from Colorado State, led the Rams into the second round of the NCAA tournament a year ago, and had a very nice first game of the season. The scoop, but no fit. Bedunga, who Bill Self says is a much improved passer this year as well. The tough turnaround won't go for Tiller in the summer, but you and I had a chance to visit with him at shoot around today. He is feeling good, looking good.
Yeah, Carolina needs to take advantage of these switches, especially Besar.
Step back three. Zayden high from Besar wide open.
Out of it. They have been exclusively on the perimeter.
Trimble trying to fight around a screen. Peterson for red shirt last year after getting a lot of running 2 years ago as a freshman. Council with a burst of speed, but not initiated by Bedunga there. Tiller for three. Yes. And Kansas
Defensively.
And now a steal by Council. Took it right away from Evans. Peterson. Back-to-back threes for the. Tiller again knocks down a driver than a shooter. Good help by Bedunga.
Besar's got to make that. He's got to take that shot.
He had McDowell on him, a guard.
That's multiple.
The Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And again, if you missed it off the top, the first time ever that Kansas has come to this building. Peterson came back in, but remember, Wilson has 2 fouls for Carolina. He's on the bench. Both of those things happening in the last few minutes.
17 points off those 9 turnovers. Talk about the difference in the game.
A big reason they've got an 8-point lead. Make it 10 on the drive-by. Steps out again. They'll run a lot of offense through him. And now Bogovats driving, finds a seam, and they play on.
One side.
Besar trying to do it himself, but he traveled.
Yeah, that's just too far of a distance for
Wilson. Will he drive or try to back down White? Here he goes. Nice shot, boy. Turn around
to be in a hurry here.
Council tries the runner. That won't go, and now Trimble's got it.
Inside early to Jaren Stevenson.
Evans scoreless in the first half, but a beautiful two-man game with Besar. Caleb Wilson and Darren Peterson, each of them has 2 fouls as the second half begins. Trey White. And over the top of the backboard. Evans shut off on the baseline. Wilson rises up for a 3. And Besar slams it home. Aggressiveness that takes him to the next level.
I think so. And he's got to tack inside in the paint.
Wow, Peterson gets the tough left-handed runner to go. Long rebound out to Stevenson. Here's Trimble. Takes a bump and finishes. Much smaller team last year. And again, as he comes up with a loose ball. It will.
Is his defense on Darren Peterson.
Evans inside. Besar again. Great eye contact between. On fire here in the second half.
Well, Trimble's really making it difficult for Peterson to catch the ball, but even catching it, Carolina gets it down quickly and just runs it down Kansas's throat.
You said Council is about as quick a player as you will see in SEC teams, including 5 wins over Duke and 4 over Carolina in that time frame. Trimble hesitates, gets the 3 off. It's just so special when programs like this get together. It was a home and home who hit 4 threes in the first half. Rosario trying to shake Stevenson. Nice look inside. Bedunga. Evans. Besar. Turnaround Wilson. Tough shot.
Come on. That wasn't easy.
Caleb Wilson, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Good shot fake by Rosario, and he knocks it down.
Kansas is going under.
Wilson draws 2, finds Stevenson, and he hits the corner 3. Skies for a rebound.
Well, good job by Wilson to run the floor.
Evans for 3, and it's the largest lead. Peterson into heavy traffic, just too many bodies. Stevenson the block. Oh! at 10/7 Pacific, and both are also available on the all-new ESPN app.
One of the fascinating things in the NBA is able to get the ball inside and not been able to really penetrate this North Carolina defense.
And how about another great bit on the three? Heels running again.
Well, it's been 1 and out for Kansas.
Great defensive play. 27-9.
Defense and rebounding is going to be the difference for this Carolina team.
Here from Loyola Chicago, who could really shoot it. Missed that one badly, and Trimble gets the friendly bounce. Peterson on the bench right now for Kansas. Bidunga uses that right.
That leads North Carolina, and they're dominating the glass against Kansas.
3 assists and no turnovers as well. Jackson steps into a 3, and they needed that one.
Well, you give them that many opportunities, it's so much crisper than it was in the first. They don't have a turnover, or haven't given a point-off turnover in the second half.
Bogova.
Ball reversal was what made the play. They're moving the Kansas defense and getting things off it.
And now another. Give him a spark with Peterson on the bench. Trimble left hand, yes.
He's just so powerful. He's oversized.
He's about as good a guard finisher as there is in the nation, don't you think?
Yes.
Jackson with the answer at the other end. Wilson shakes his man and gets it to go. How about the skill?
Good job defensively by Vesar. It's hard to keep Bidunga from getting around him, but he didn't give him an angle to the basket and then didn't foul.
Game, and he has spent probably 20-plus minutes trying to contain Darren Peterson. Peterson misses the 17-footer, and good aggression there on the.
Bit of Udoka Azubuike when he was younger. Big, strong. And then have capable big guys that can grab rebounds and finish plays around the bucket.
They are 4 for 7 available on the ESPN app.
But what a great matchup to have in early.
Many connections where the two sides just didn't want to play each other, but now it's different. As both
by Henry Vesar. He did a great job of catching that ball, then finding Bogovac on the perimeter,
but not to the extent that he had been in the first half.
Well, Kansas's ball movement has not been a shot, get a chance for an offensive rebound, and a chance to get fouled.
Peterson, how good is he?
Dominant in this second half.
Darren Peterson knocks down 7 to shoot. Behind the back, into the paint, crosses over, lays it in. Tiller has fouled out. Bidunga's on the bench. Tipped up and a losing streak in this series. What a pass. Count the basket. To go with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. Jackson, no. Bidunga back in for the Jayhawks. Council.
A good job by Trimble.
Peterson gets a look and buries a 3. Turnaround Wilson. Man, oh man.
Again.
Hand off to Trimble. On the drive, and a goal for Seth Trimble. Deep one for Peterson, and it goes. But good hustle by Stevenson to keep it alive.
And a good job by Vesar to wedge in Bidunga.
And Vesar fouls Bidunga again. White gets free and lays it in on a feed from Peter.
He's carrying that ball.
Yeah, he is. Vest. Evans scoops it up, and
Davis and the coaching staff provided at halftime.
White is fouled.
Because there's going to be a lot to look at on this tape and areas that they can really.
Last year, the Jayhawks 21-13 finished 7th in the Big 12. Final minute of regulation, knocked away by Wilson. And the Heels with a big early season win. 17-8, and the Tar Heels snap a 5-game